This is the AFC quarterback rankings. And keep in mind, this is on opinion. I'm going to be basing this off of this season, off of team performance, off of their individual stats, and just like their overall impact. And also keep in mind when I rank the rookies, I know that the rookies are more than likely going to get better. But this is going to be the first video on this channel also, so please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the video. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Going into number 16, Zach Wilson of the Jets. I don't really think this is that much of a debate. Zach Wilson's thrown 11 picks. He's only thrown 6 touchdowns in 10 games. He doesn't really have much help around him, to be fair, and he has a first-year head coach in Robert Saleh, and he is currently 2-8. He's not very mobile either. And again, this could all change, but for right now, in my opinion, he is the worst quarterback in the AFC. Number 15,
Burger King foot lettuce.
Davis Mills of the Houston Texans. He is a little bit better than Zach Wilson. He does have more weapons in him, Brandon Cooks being the most notable one. Completed 66% of his passes. He does have more touchdowns than interceptions. He is not very mobile at all because he has 12 attempts and 29 yards for rushing, and his team is currently 1-9. So Davis Mills is not very good. He is not as bad, in my opinion, as Zach Wilson is right now. Number 14, Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars. In my opinion, this is not fully Trevor Lawrence's fault at all. Due to just dumbass coaching and front office controversy, he has not been able to really focus on playing the game. He does have more weapons than both of these guys combined. He has Marvin Jones, he has Chenault, he has James Robinson, he has a myriad of weapons. He's played 58% of his passes, he has 9 touchdowns, 14 picks, 7 fumbles. The Jags are currently 2-12. I think he could be a fantastic player, and I think he will next year with a more competent coaching staff. Number 13, Ryan Tannehill. This is a little bit more of a baffling one, I think, for a lot of people. Tannehill has completed 66% of his passes. He has 14 touchdowns, and the Titans are 9-5. However, he has 14 interceptions, 9 fumbles, and 4 of them are lost. He does not have a lot of his weapons. He does not have Julio Jones currently. He does not have A.J. Brown. He does not have Derrick Henry to rush and receive. So I cut him a little bit of slack, but at the same time, this is the dude who was a top 5 quarterback last year, and now he is, in my opinion, bottom 10. Like we're seeing Dolphins Tannehill go crazy right now. Number 12, Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers, or as my dad calls him, fat rapist. On paper, Ben's stats don't look bad at all. 65% completion, 19 touchdowns, 7 picks. When you look at his rushing, you kind of learn to see how immobilized he has become in his old age. 16 attempts, 10 yards, 1 touchdown, and 9 fumbles. His arm is pretty weak too. He does throw a lot of short passes. And when he does throw a deep ball, 1 or 2 out of 10 are usually completed. Steelers are currently 7-6, and the only game he didn't play was a tie against Detroit. Number 11, Tua Tago from the Dolphins. Tua has turned it around a lot this year. He started out the year horribly, and then he has very much so picked it up over the last month and a half or so. For the season, he has made 70% of his completions, 14 touchdowns, 8 picks. He does have 3 rushing touchdowns. He does have 5 fumbles, but he has not lost the ball in any of those fumbles. I think that Miami does have a promising team offensively and defensively. They do have the potential to be a dark horse in the AFC for a decent amount of time. Number 10, Derek Carr. This might be a controversial one, but I don't think Derek Carr is that good. He's not a bad player, but I don't think he's your franchise quarterback. 68% completion. He has thrown for over 4,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 11 picks. He has 11 fumbles, 4 of them he's lost, and the Raiders are currently 7-7. Now, granted, there's been a lot of off-field controversies with John Gruden, Henry Ruggs, etc. That is obviously going to affect the team's playing ability. But even if that didn't happen, I'm pretty sure Derek Carr would still have similar numbers. I think he has a spot in the NFL. I don't think it's as a starter. Number 9, Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is honestly a player that amazes me because he is a player that's gotten hurt so much. He always gets a chance to prove that he's good because he is a good player, and you'll see it here. He has 18 touchdowns, 7 picks, 67% completion. Broncos are 7-7, and honestly, they are carried a lot by their defense. It's just a matter of whether or not he can stay healthy is his issue. That's always been his issue throughout his career. Number 8, Mac Jones of the Patriots. I say Mac Jones because of the overall impact he's sort of had. Nothing about his stats stand out really. He has close to 70% completion, 18 touchdowns. He does have 10 picks, which is pretty high. He's fumbled the ball 5 times and 2 of them have been lost. But the Pats are 9-5. To do this with a rookie quarterback is honestly insane. They really did sort of luck out with Mac Jones. He's a player that fits their system honestly perfectly because it's still a Tom Brady system, and now they have a chance to utilize him more because Mac Jones is a very similar player to Tom Brady. Number 7, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, I was debating putting him lower or higher. I wasn't 100% sure. I think he's a great quarterback, but the thing is, He's suffered so many injuries this year that he has not been great. Like, he has not been 100%. And it's shown. The Browns are 6-6. I think, honestly, at this point, they should kind of give up on the year and just let Baker rest because he's going to hurt himself. Number 6, Lamar Jackson. I was thinking about putting this dude in my top 5, but like I couldn't really justify it, honestly. The Ravens are currently 8-6. They're 7-5 when he plays. He has completed about 64% of his passes. He has 16 touchdowns, 13 picks, and 6 fumbles. He does have almost 800 rushing yards, which is pretty cool for a quarterback. But if I'm being honest, I've seen a lot more fight from the Ravens when they had Tyler Huntley. And I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. He just hasn't been like great this year at all. Number 5, Carson Wentz. He's having a very fantastic low-key rebound season from the last couple he's had in Philly. He's completed 63% of his passes. He has 23 touchdowns, 6 picks. He does have 7 fumbles and 4 losses. And the Colts are 8-6. A lot of that can be attributed to the emergence of Jonathan Taylor, but Wentz does have his part in it. I'm going to be real. I don't know any of their people. I know Michael Pittman. I think T.Y. Hilton's still on the team. I know Mo Cox is on there. Haha, Mo Cox. I think Wentz can be their guy for a few years, in my opinion. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Burrow has taken a lot of improvement from this year as opposed to last year. I know last year he played a very limited amount of games due to his leg falling apart. 69% completion, 26 touchdowns. He does have 14 picks, which is more on the high side. He has 2 rushing touchdowns. He's not nearly as mobile as you could imagine. Bengals are 8-6. They are currently leading their division, which means if the season ended right now, they'd have a playoff spot. Burrow obviously kind of needs to slow down on his turnovers a little bit and whatnot, but honestly, he is very, very good. I think he'll be a top 5 quarterback in the league, let alone in the conference. Number 3, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is honestly an interesting one. The Bills have kind of struggled a lot this year, and a lot of it has been due to like some dumbfounded plays on his part. And they're a good team, and he has one of the best receivers in football in Stephon Diggs and an emerging tight end star in Dawson Knox. They just haven't really been that great. Like, he's had 15 turnovers on the year. They have not looked very good. He looks like how I play in Madden, but he's still a very, like, not that great is still elite for Josh Allen. That's why I'm putting him at number 3. Number 2 is Justin Herbert. Herbert has honestly been a star this year for the Chargers. 66% completion, 32 touchdowns. He does have 12 picks. Pretty secure with the ball. He's only fumbled the ball once. Chargers currently 8-6. Honestly, I feel like they should have more wins. They have a myriad of weapons, a fantastic selection. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Jared Cook, Austin Eckler. Like, they have a fantastic receiving core, and I think they're only going to get better. Number 1 is honestly, I think number 1's kind of expected, Patrick Mahomes. Over the last month and a half, the turnaround that Patrick Mahomes has had for the Chiefs, I think is honestly fantastic. And I didn't realize it fully until the Chargers game. The Chargers were honestly owning that team, and then Mahomes started to turn it on. This was the Mahomes I was waiting to see. He turned on Kelsey. He turned on Tyreek Hill.
What?
Got over 150 yards each. Mahomes threw for about 400 yards that game, and they won. He reminded everyone he is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the best quarterback in all of football, let alone the conference. And there you go. That's my list. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the list? Do you disagree with the list? Let me know down in the comments what you would have changed or what you would have kept. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, you do want to see some more videos like this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it from me. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.